All right, how's it going, boys? Welcome back to the Homeworld 44. I guess we're back to our beautiful show called Hangover Hours with the Homeworld 44. We're back on Modern Warfare 3. So, as you can probably tell, I figured out how to play online Modern Warfare 3 without the hackers. What does that mean? I got into the launchers, which is kind of great. I mean, it's pretty nice. It's an active community. Sometimes some servers are dead, but it's nice to play this game without hackers, without all the bullshit you see on PC. And you could say, but Homeboy, you would have this experience if you played it on Xbox. And I'm like, yeah, but I ain't buying a fucking Xbox for this bullshit. I'm just gonna play it on my fucking PC. Anyway, as you can tell, we were doing live commentary, so my performance in this game is gonna drop drastically. Um, but nonetheless, I hope you guys enjoy this. Please, if you like the vibe of this channel, feel free to subscribe and leave a like and comment what topics you'd like me to cover for next time. But for this topic, for today's topic of Hangover Hours with the Homeworld 44, I want to touch a topic of I guess the title says it. The title should say it pretty much. It's I don't. It's when you don't know when you should be calling it quits with someone. Let it be your friends, let it be a relationship, let it be family members, because sometimes some family members can be a massive pain in the butt. Believe me, I'm aware of how some family members can be just fucking awful. But yeah, sometimes it's hard, and some people don't know when it's the right time to call it quits, and when it's the right time, where the signals, when one should really aspire to, just say, I should really leave this person, not for them, but for me. Like, this is just not doing me any good. Um, and what does this come from? Like, what am I talking about? Why am I talking about this? Didn't I just talk about a topic not like 2 weeks ago about missing people or how you miss the other person? And I'm like, yeah, I did talk about that shit, and it was kind of funny. It was a good topic. Oh God, I just picked the. Maybe it's a hot take. For me, the ACR with the suppressor is the best weapon in this game. I don't give a fuck whatever what people say, but for me, it is. I don't care. I don't care what your opinion is for the best weapon on Modern Warfare 3. I will always stand the fucking ACR. The ACR is the best weapon in the game. That and the M4A1. I love the M4A1. I don't know why. I just love it. It's just a really fun, all the guns are really fun to use. I don't know. They're really enjoyable to use. They're really nice to grab and get a hold of, but that's beside the point. Why am I talking about this? It's like a nice little shift, and it's because it's this is Hangover Hours, and if we just like to talk about these topics, and some friends of mine have been going through this type of issues, and I myself, like the previous video, I had spoken about how some people in my past had reappeared again. And so something I didn't cover there because I thought it would have been, man, my aim is garbage. Something that would have been good for me to cover. It's just how how I cut it off when I knew it was time to cut it off, when I should have cut it off, And it's hard. It's a really hard thing to pull off because even to this day, there are some friends that I have some interesting thoughts of just, even though they're good friends, even though they're really nice people that I do enjoy speaking with, sometimes I have the thought of, and maybe you guys have had this thought of, fuck them. I kind of don't want them in my life anymore. This person is so fucking mentally draining that I just don't want to talk to them. Or maybe you guys have had the thought of, damn, should I break up with my girlfriend? should I break up with my boyfriend or my partner? In case your partner is they dumb, and it's just thought that comes to your mind, and you're like, hold up, what the fuck? Where did this come from? And it's a regular thought to have, especially if you're going through many changes in life, many things happening at the once that you're just like, oh goddamn. There we go. Wait, let me lock in real quick. I want to see if I can get a kill streak going super quick. Never mind, I can't. These people are gods. They're playing this shit 24/7. They have golden guns. I don't. All I'm good for is just shooting my pew pew guns and leveling up slowly but surely. Fuck, I think I killed myself there. Anyway, I know I keep getting distracted. I'm sorry, guys. I keep getting distracted, and it's on me. I keep getting distracted. I apologize. I hope you guys have had a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. If you had a Memorial Day weekend, if you're at school, whatever. Anyway, but let's focus. Now, those thoughts of that may come randomly, or just that don't seem fitting. Those thoughts are normal to have, and it's kind of like there could be multiple reasons for them, right? It could be that your brain wants change. Your brain is associating change, and sometimes that change comes in wanting different people around you. Maybe part of you, part of the ego feels like you want a different person in your life. Let it be your girlfriend, your boyfriend, let it be friends, different friends. Man, I'm hanging out with these fucking losers. Why the fuck am I hanging out with them? I should be hanging out with, fucking Susie over there, who is a multi-billionaire and whose dad is fucking Jeff Bezos or some shit like that. I don't fucking know. It's just like, it's just something that that just happens randomly, and when you catch yourself, you're like, holy shit, why the fuck am I thinking this? I should not be saying that, right? I like, am I an asshole for thinking that? And it's like, no, you're not an asshole for saying that. You're just having a thought, like an impulsive thought. It's like when you're having those random thoughts walking around a grocery store, and out of nowhere you're like, man, it'd be fucking funny if you just kick this baby out the window. It's just those impulsive thoughts you have randomly at moments that we as people know how to control. Now, there are people who don't know how to control, and that's the scary ones. Please stay away from those. But that's so terrifying. Or like when uh, sometimes when I'm driving, I'm going over a bridge, and I'm like, damn, I could just fucking derail my car and go off the fucking bridge. And then I'm like, what the fuck did he just say out loud? Holy shit. And it's like, I don't want to kill myself, but at the same time, I just said it, right? I just had the thought. It's like, what the fuck? And it's just the impulsive thought that comes into mind, right? And that's part of it. Those thoughts are normal to have. But then comes the real aspect of, man, there's a point in which I should know when I should leave someone, and when it's okay to leave them, and it's okay to not want to be around them anymore. Like, yeah, I mean, and it all boils down really to self-respect, right? It all boils down to who you are as a person, and what your morals, what your values are, and what you see as right and what you see as wrong, But then you may say, but homeboy, I really love this person. I really love her. I really love him. How could I cut it off? How could I leave them? Or I really love my friends. Sure, they may, do heavy drugs, and they may pull up with a knife every so often, and they may they may like fucking beat me up with a bat, but I love them. They're my best friends. I've known them since I was a little kid. How could I leave Leave them. I can't. I can't. I just can't. Right? Those thoughts are fine to have, and that shows that self-restraint. That shows the hesitation that, and that's part of kind of what we are meant to do as people. We are meant to doubt ourselves. That's kind of how our brain is kind of wired. But should you leave them? Should you listen to the little voice that's in your head that's telling you you should leave them? And why? Why should you? Sometimes I think it's good to maybe don't talk too much with yourself. I talk with myself a lot. Actually, I'll take that back. Talk to yourself a shit ton. It's good to talk with yourself. I do it a lot. It's a good meditation. It's a good self-humbling experience, and it's enjoyable. I personally find a lot of gratification from it. Well, that was sick. That was pretty sick, actually. Holy fuck. Never mind. That was pretty sick, though. That was pretty sick. I can't lie. I personally find a lot of gratification from talking with myself. And it's a good skill to have. It's a good ability to just be able to talk with yourself and just, work out through your feelings and work out through what you're going through. And sometimes, when those thoughts come into your head of, I should leave them, sometimes it's good to go through the process of, okay, but why should I leave them? Well, they fucking chased me around with a knife around my house because I beat them in Mario Kart. And that felt weird. I did not like that. And then you're like, then yeah, you should fucking leave them. Why the fuck are you still with them? Why are you still dating right now? Right? Or why are you still friends with this person? Or why are you still supporting this person? And again, it boils down to like understanding how much it matters to you. And again, just because you're putting yourself first in these type of situations, and just because you're valuing how things are going to ultimately affect you, doesn't make you an asshole. And I think some people are worried that they're gonna be the asshole in this. And you know what? Ending a friendship, ending a relationship sucks ass. It sucks. It's heavy. It's fucking awful. There's no way someone can end something that's been going on for so long, like a friendship or a relationship, and not be an asshole. It's just impossible. Because we all want to be the victim when it comes to ending something like a friendship or a relationship. We all want to be the victim. We all want to be the one that's justified in this. We all want to feel like, my rage is justified. Therefore, you are the asshole. You are the one that's hurting me. You are the one that's ending all this that we're working towards. And there's not much you can do other than just kind of take the L and be like, God damn, you're right. And it's a long topic, really. I think I could really spend hours talking about it, and sometimes I could catch myself going in circles because it's a complicated topic. It's not an easy one at all. And like I usually say in my videos, guys, I'm just a dumb YouTuber. Like, just because I work in the field, just because I work in this field, I study it, I immersing in it, does not mean that you should take my advice. It doesn't. Because I am no genius. Dude, we are always learning. Things always change. But if you want to listen to me, listen to my experience, right? And it just comes down to, if someone or something, right? If someone, let's say a family member, it's a family member you care a lot about, because I've seen this happen a lot in family issues, in family drama, and like there's just a cousin who you love, or a brother, or a parent. Sometimes it's even your own fucking parents that do this shit. But let's say just like a cousin that you really care about, you grew up with them. They're like sibling, they're like a brother for you, or like a sister to you. But sadly, their actions have taken them to a really bad, really bad set of actions and set of decisions that just ended up putting them in a bad spot. And of course, because you're a family, and usually families get thought, holy shit! Oh, okay, whoa, that was impressive. I can't even lie. I'm surprised. But as family, we are taught to, care for each other, care for our loved ones, support our loved ones, have each other's backs. No matter what. But then that no matter what becomes a weight in our shoulders of responsibilities that we never fucking asked for. Responsibilities that none of us chose. That that just because Pedro out here is struggling financially doesn't mean I have to fucking pay for his hospital bills. I can support him a little bit, but why should I be only one paying for his shit? Why am I paying for his Ubers? Broken work. Broken get a job. He's playing COD all day long, beating his meat. Why am I enabling this behavior? Is it just because he's family? And sometimes it's hard to just cut that shit off. Cut the relationship off because it's like, well, if I cut the shit off, then Aunt Susie is going to get really mad at me. And it's like, no. No, yeah, Aunt Susie might get mad at you, dude. She might get mad at you, but ultimately speaking, they're the ones reaping off of your benefit of you supporting them or you being there for them, either emotionally or financially. Meanwhile, you're getting no benefit other than the fact that you feel morally right. And it's really feeling that you're doing the right thing more than enough to justify this. Like, it's something that comes across as, hurtful. And it's hard to say no to that. It's hard to tell your family no. Just as it's hard to tell no or end something with your boyfriend or girlfriend. Or your partner. I'm going to say partner now because it's easier. And, I mean, I can get into a little details of my past, I guess. Because why not? I'm not going to use names. But when I was like 18, 19, I was come acrossing. For those who have known me for a long time, friends, loved ones, you guys know that I've been for a good chunk of my life. I've been a workaholic. I love working. I don't know. It's not that I love working, but I do complain about work. But it's something that I'm used to. I'm used to working. I'm used to playing games. I'm used to fucking, working a lot, making money. And I had a partner who just took advantage of that. I like the person. I like this person. They were nice. I was a naive 18 to 19-year-old, and I was in love, I guess. I think I was in love. I don't know. Maybe I wasn't. I mean, I was 18, 19. If you compare to how I feel nowadays, I think I wasn't. But back then, I was under the impression that I care for this person, I like this person, and I will do whatever I can to make this person feel comfortable. And I did not feel like I wanted to end it. Right? Because I felt good supporting her. I felt good. I felt validated when when they were like, "Oh, baby, please, will you like help me out with this stuff, or will you help me with this ticket, or will you help me with this shit, or will you buy me some food, please?" And I'm like, "Yeah, for sure. It's not an issue. I can do it. I get the money. It's not a fucking issue, right?" And again, if you want to be a provider, that's perfectly fine, right? I'm not saying don't be a provider, for example. I'm not saying don't be a provider, but in that situation, all I did was provide for this person. They essentially just saw me as a wallet. And what do I mean by this? When it came to something important for me, some big steps in my life, like my graduation, for example, or from high school, I guess, or my travels, my something things that are important for me, my career, me trying to advance and get the experience that I wanted from my career. They didn't seem to care. They just did not care about what I was going through in that situation. Um, Multiple times I'd be really sad, really depressed, and it felt like I was alone. I will try to express how I felt. And mind you, I wasn't even trying to tell my feelings to them. It was more so just telling them, yo, I'm going through a rough time. Like, can we just watch something nice, watch a show, something. And they just were not emotionally available. But when it came to, me providing the support, either financially or emotionally or physically, then yeah, I should have. It was like expected of me to do so. And when it came to me loaning the money, I was expected of me to do so. And it just became a pattern of constant usage of me over and over and over again. To the point that I was like, holy shit. Now I look at it, now I look back at it, I'm like, I was a dumbass. Like, again, I was a naive 18, 19-year-old. I was like, I was being an idiot, but now I'm like, I was a big fucking dumbass. I mean, shit, for lack of a better word, I was a retard. but, but then it was the little voice in my head, always telling me, yo, you should end it. There was always the little voice in my head just telling me, you should end it. What the fuck is the chat? I'll have to censor that shit. Holy fuck. um. Okay. Sorry, I got distracted by the fucking chat in this game. This game is. I love this game so much. I'm sorry. I really am. I'm enjoying this thing. I'm enjoying this. Um. Sorry, I lost my train of thought right there. Holy fuck. Wait, let me, wait. Okay. Anyway, so, during those times, I always had the little voice in my head that just told me, I should break up with them. I should break up with them. I shouldn't, I shouldn't be doing this. I should be with someone else. I should be alone. I shouldn't be dating someone. I should be with myself. But I wouldn't take the action. I just wouldn't. Because at the same time, I felt like, well, if I leave them, I'm leaving them high and dry. I'm leaving them alone. I'm leaving them just in the middle of a really rough situation. Who's gonna help them? Who's gonna feed them? Who's gonna take care of them? I was worried about someone who did not put the effort to worry in the same manner about me. And when I thought about it that way, it just kind of clicked. It was the fact that, holy shit, if something happened to them, I would be fine calling off work, going over there to help them. But if something happened to me, that wouldn't be the case. They wouldn't even give a fuck. They'd be like, oh, we'll deal with it. We'll talk later, I guess. And that's about it. They wouldn't tell me shit. They would just fucking, I guess, they'd be fine with watching me die. And just thinking about those things over and over again, it made me realize, holy fuck. Actually, I kind of want to be random. Never mind, I guess I'm stuck with the militia, with the PNCs. But it just made me realize, like, damn. Ultimately speaking, they don't give a fuck about me. So to kind of answer the question at the end of the day, and of the main topic of this video, when would you leave someone, like a friendship, a family member, or a relationship? The answer is complicated, but the answer you should be coming across is this: are they affecting you in ways? Usually, the way I see it is this: if they're making you a person that you in the past, like a year or 2 years ago, you would have hated seeing yourself becoming, then you're probably not in a good relationship. You're probably not. Why am I saying probably? Because maybe you were a shit person 2 years ago, and you now are a better person. So I'm saying probably. But that could be one of the things. If you see yourself becoming someone more hateful, more, you know, more distasteful, more argumentative, more negative to other people, more explosive. If you see a negative trend in how you're being with other people, then that's a sign that they're really impacting you in a negative way and they're not doing you well. If you feel like you're alone, even though you're with someone, and mind you, it doesn't matter if it's a long distance or not. You can still be present, even in things like long distance, so there's no excuse in that regard. If you feel unsupported, if you feel like in 2, 3 years you can't see a future with them, then that's a good sign that, yeah, you should cut it off. Let it be with friends, let it be with family members. If you see that they're not willing to change, they're not willing to put the effort of, I'm trying to get better, I'm trying to, improve, I'm trying to become someone better, I'm trying to get a job, I'm trying to level up, but the world keeps putting me down. And again, the world, it's gonna always put you down, and that's kind of how the world is. I mean, this economy is fucking shit. But if the world's always putting you down, and you're also just playing games all day long, or smoking pot and beating your meat, or watching, I don't know, shitty ass shows on TV, I guess, or reading your shitty ass novels, then is it really the world that's putting you down, or is it really you yourself, right? Is it really the fact that you don't want to change? Okay, I need to get changed to a SMG because I'm getting cooked right now. I'm getting cooked. Holy fuck. Okay. Let me choose the SMG. Fuck. Anyway, but that's just part of it, and it's a long fucking, it's a rough fucking topic. And the last thing is, if you are coming across the fact that you want to end it with your friends, you want to end it with your partner, or you want to end it with a family member, don't feel like the asshole, because you're doing it for yourself. Even if it's for a good or a bad reason, or for whatever they tell you, no matter what, they're going to paint you as the villain. Even if you have a good, legitimate reason, they will paint you as the villain. And even if you have a shitty reason, if you don't want to speak to someone, if you want to end something, even for a shitty ass reason, you're entitled to. That's your fucking call. It's your choice. If you don't want to spend your time with people, don't fucking spend it. That's just fucking stupid. Anyway, that's all for today, fellas. That's everything for the Homework 44. I'm not Homework 44. The Hangover Hours for the Homework 44. I hope you guys liked the video. It's a little longer than I expected. It's 30 minutes, but it's a long topic. It really is a long topic. So I hope you guys have a wonderful time, and I hope you guys take care of yourselves. Oh man, I love this game. I love this game a lot. Hopefully, I'll keep playing this game more. I'm gonna get Black Ops 1 running as well, since you can also play your Black Ops 1 in this shit, and it looks pretty sick. So I'm gonna get that shit running here, and we're gonna be doing some fun stuff there. Okay, that's some bullshit. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, he got me there. Never mind. Okay, I thought it was a hacker, but no, he really cooked there. He really cooked. I should probably leave. No. anyway, guys. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, wonderful night. Take care of yourselves. Drink some water. Smoke some pot if you want to. Just do it. Do it nicely. Don't overdo it. Be smart about it. Don't be a dumbass. And do a good thing. Do a good thing. Do a good action. And yeah, had your small victories, guys.